Wow, super amazing. What is making Obaseki dance like this? As you are about to see his dancing step, there must be sound of good news. Hello, my wonderful people. How are you doing today? Very well to reach you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time. Governor Gordon Obaseki, the executive governor of Edo State, is giving us a dancing step. And we know that joy is part of what brings about this dancing step. Let's get on straight into the news and get all the details. God bless you. Thank you very much. Since the unanimous won, since he unanimously won the governorship election months back in his state, Edo, he has been faced with many allegations, charges, and humiliations, which result in many court appearances. Governor Gordon Obaseki, against all odds, has every reason to settle down finally fully to his job as the government has started work in Edo State. Having been cleared, discharged, and acquainted of all the ferocious accusation against him from within and outside his political enemies, circles, and friends. When the court absolved him days back of all these unsuspicious, baseless, and unfounded charges, the happy and jubilated second tenor governor of Edo State took time out with his family and close political associates to celebrate the unprecedented victory with rare dancing step, having put all his enemies to shame. As he said, God has helped him. Governor Gordon Obaseki did not just dance. He first of all gave thanks to the Almighty God, who he said has seen him through these challenging times. He said these are times and these are seasons for him to have a cause to give glory and thanks to the Almighty God who has seen him through this difficult time. It has been a long time coming, but he has been finally cleared of allegations against him with regards to certificate forgery. The governor celebrates God and thanks the people who have stood with him, especially the great people of Edo State, who, against all odds, have said he is our governor and we are happy with our choice. The court case was a serious one. And not just the country, the whole world, eyes were on Edo State, especially during the election. If you recall, nations, other nations of the world, even Trump, the outgoing president of America, oh my dear, he sent a message to Buhari. How did this all happen? Edo State, members, sons and daughters all over the world, went to their government saying, we are neither for or against any political party. We want peace to reign in our state. Please tell the federal government, because at that time, Oshomole was spitting fire brimstone, said, you know what? He will leave the place by fire, by force. Oh, did he try? Yes, he did. He went all out. First of all, Obaseki was disqualified. Have you forgotten? APC said he's not qualified to serve under their platform, the same platform he served his first tenure. So, which was very ironical and was unexplainable to people. The question kept coming again and again. Although Shomole tried to explain that why he succeeded in his first term, but it did not go down well with everybody. People still kept asking the question. When a person is asking you the same question, is because if the person is still not satisfied. The answer you have given is clear that there is something more to it than the answer you are given is not clear. And so he was disqualified, went against all odds to PDP. PDP had their own candidate at that time. People who want to be governor, who had potentials and opportunities, and you could also potentially win. But guess what? They all stood down for him, one after the other. Was there resistance? Oh, yes, there was. Nobody will want to leave his position, his aspiration for another man. But they all came together in a round table and looked at it and said, what do we have? Who could potentially win this for us? And gradually, even to the very last day, yes, before the last person stood down and said, okay, I give my support to Obaseki. You could see that, not trying to be on any side, you could see that this man, just had something working for him. Call it favor, call it supernatural help. It was just there. Not just before America could send a letter to Buhari, say, let the will of the people happen. Shomole himself walked into a trap. He went to see Buhari. And on coming out from seeing Buhari, the what's it called? Special assistant to Buhari was walking him through, and he was speaking about arresting some people. He made a global news, and he sent another message saying, "Let the will of the people prevail." Oh, my people! It was turbulence time. The federal government, hands up. Great Britain sent message from Italy, Europe, and America, all over the world. People went to the government of their nation saying, please write to Nigerian government and allow the will of the people. And everybody was on board. Before you know it, Obaseki, the more Shomole taunted him, the more he got the sympathy of the people. The more the people loved him, the more the people wanted him, the more the people felt he was being oppressed. And nobody really likes oppression. Nobody likes slavery in his entirety. Everybody wants that change. Everybody wants that freedom. And the election came, we saw it, one of the most transparent elections since 1960, so to say. There are other transparent ones, but one of the most transparent election. Nigerians were thoroughly satisfied. But we can say 1%, rancor. But apart from that, 90% transparency across the board. The result was announced. Obaseki won. Oh, that was just the beginning of the reign of the clients of the Titans. As he was seen in court, the whole world started hearing, did he forge a certificate? You mean he did not go to school? You mean it's this? You mean it's that? They began to bring out his dirty laundry in the open, if there is any. People began to say anything, and which now made the people began to. But guess what? Instead of disdaining the governor, it was rather bringing sympathy, empathy, love, favor. People now began to rise up and say, let the man be. Does your president have a certificate? But guess what? Even with that, he was cleared by the court. The court said your statement is baseless. How can you say someone does not have certificate? Did you go to University of Ibadan to find out? No. Did you go to WAEC to find out if you wrote the exam that year, that badge, if reading? He said no. He said, so what are you talking about? Certificate forgery is a serious matter. It's a serious case. How can you say he forged it? If you have no tangible evidence, don't come here and begin to tell us photocopy. At the end of the day, Obaseki pressed a breath of fresh relief after the court dismissed the case, and he began to dance. That is why we are here today. Dancing is a way of appreciating God. Please take time to dance for something that you are being accused of, you are being talked down, you feel ashamed about. Just celebrate God and you'll see him fight for you. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.